Good morning, everybody. Welcome to yoga. My name is Mitzi. I'm glad that you could join us today. If it is their first time doing this class, don't worry, we'll take good care of you. There isn't anything special that you need to know. So if you're new to yoga, everything moves pretty slowly in this class, so you'll be able to follow along pretty easily. Also with this class, we're going to start today on the ground, lying down, and then we'll ease in through our warm-up and gradually transition to a standing position. Once we are standing, we'll do all of our standing postures before we come back down to the floor to finish. So today, if you have available to you somewhere in your home, if you could grab yourself a hand towel, something that you will be able to use to hold on to for some of the postures. We're going to use it near the end of class. You won't need it until then. Other things that will work, if you actually have a yoga strap, that would be great. Use that, or an old tie, or even an old belt works too. But a hand towel, everybody's got one of those probably in their house. So if you could go grab that for me real quick if you don't already have one. Of course, I always encourage everyone to sip water throughout the class. Please feel free to stop at any point to grab a drink if you need it. Additionally, if you find that we get into any postures that are in an uncomfortable, sort of painful way, I need you to please back out of those postures, remembering that not every posture is necessarily always for every individual. So always be aware of how you're feeling, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and know the difference between being tight and breathing through a posture and something being painful, because there's definitely a big difference between the two. All right, with that being said, I think we're ready to go. So come on down to the floor with me. I'm going to start the music. You can go ahead and have a seat. We're going to actually start all the way down lying on our back. All right. So we're going to start with our knees bent, please, with our feet flat on the floor. And just go ahead and let your back completely release into the mat underneath you. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes here, staying there, breathing in through your nose and gently out through your nose as well. And before we get too far into class, right, we always start with the breath. We start yoga by stopping for a moment, tuning into our body, see how we're feeling, and connecting with our breath. So keeping your eyes closed and your eyes and cheeks and jaw nice and soft, I want you to see if you can feel that breath enter your body and pass down through your throat, past your lungs into your abdomen, filling up your abdominal cavity, filling up your chest cavity, and lastly, filling up your throat. Then when you can take no more air in, very slowly, let it out. I know you probably have a million things going on today or a million things racing through your head. So if you're one of those people, I'm asking you to try your best to clear your mind. Let those thoughts just pass right on through. And take this next hour for yourself, for your physical health, for your mental well-being. Let your fingers curl slightly in towards your palms, letting your thumbs rest against your first two fingers, and maybe even letting your thumbs rub the pads of all of your fingers up from the first finger down to your pinky finger. And then just notice your lower back. Is there a little space underneath your back? Notice the space underneath your neck. Is there a little space there? And is there a little space underneath your foot, right where the arch of your foot rises? Take a moment to think about how you're feeling, because by the end of class, you're going to feel even better than you feel now. Let's reach our arms over. Big long stretch up and out, reaching through your fingertips. And And then exhale, sweep those arms back down towards your hips. And let's do that twice more. Inhale, kind of like a snow angel, reaching your arms up. And exhaling them back down. One more time. Deep breath, inhale. Sweeping the arms up. Now open your eyes slowly and reach your hands towards your hips. Stop before you touch the floor where your hands are in line with the shoulders. Lengthen the back of your neck and just lift your chest up as if you're trying to get up. And then you decide, nah, I'm gonna lay back down. And let's try that again. Look forward towards your thighs, crunching your abdominal muscles. And slowly lower down. We're just gonna do that one more time. Crunching up, looking at your thighs. And lowering down, let your hands rest. Take your head, rotate it to the right, looking over that right shoulder. Bring the head to center and look to your left. And bring it center. Great job. Let's bring our right knee into our chest. Grab underneath the knee, hugging that knee in. And then switch legs. Tap the right foot down. Draw the left knee in. And again, switching to the right side, pulling in, and switch. One more time, please. Right knee comes in, pull and tap, and switch. Both knees, please draw them into your chest, giving yourself a nice big hug. Pedal your feet from right to left. Then take your toes, circle them around, and circle the other direction. Very nice. Take those arms out to the side now like a windshield wiper. Let your legs drop to the right. Slowly tip your head to the left. Ease the left leg up, right leg joins it. Lower the legs to the left, looking gently to the right, feeling a nice stretch through your back. One more time each way, right leg comes up, gently let that left leg join it. Lower the legs to the right as you dip your head to the left. And left leg comes up, right leg joins it, and lower the legs to the left. Nice deep breath here, right leg comes up, left leg joins it, feet come down to the floor now, hip distance apart. Let's ease those hips up off the floor, squeezing the glutes up, pressing into bridge, and slowly lowering them back down. We're going to do that twice more, please. Deep inhale, pressing into the feet, squeezing your hamstrings and glutes, and slowly lowering it down. One of the best things you can do for your knees right here, gang, right here. These bridges are so good. They help to strengthen our glutes and our hamstrings, create a more stable hip base, and take some pressure off those knees. Let's go ahead and bring those hips back down to the floor, drawing your knees into your chest. One more time, give yourself a hug, and then if you can, gently rock yourself all the way up. And then let's swing those legs around behind us, coming up to all fours. We'll take our hands right underneath our shoulders, hands right underneath our hips, please. On an inhale, we'll arch our back and look forward, opening up our chest, opening up our heart. And then on an exhale, drawing our chin into our chest, please, opening up those shoulder blades. Good, we'll repeat that nice deep breath. Inhale, lengthening the spine, looking forward as we arch. And exhale and round the spine, drawing our chin into our chest as we round. Good, couple more times, please. Nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good, once more. And then ease on back into child's pose, sinking your tail back towards your heels, stretching your fingers forward towards the front of your mat. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths here. Feel the abdomen press into your thighs as you inhale, and as you exhale, feel your back release, feel your hips release, pressing back towards your heels. We're going to ramp up our warm up here a little bit. And let's come forward into a plank position. Chest over those hands, please. Head forward of the hands with those abdominal muscles nice and tight. We'll exhale, bending at the elbows, lower the chest to the mat, and then inhale and extend the spine, shoulders away from the ears, elbows tucked in. We'll push back into child's pose, drawing your hips back towards your heels, dropping your head down. And we'll repeat that several times. Deep breath, inhale into a plank position, abs nice and tight. Exhale, chaturanga, lower slowly to your mat. Inhale, extend the spine, lengthening through the crown of the head, and we press back into child's pose. Good, we're going to add on to that next time. But this time, let's do it once more. Inhale into our plank position. Exhale, chaturanga, lower slowly to your mat. Nice deep breath, inhale, lengthen into our spine extension there, a little modified cobra, and then exhale back into child's pose. Let's come to all fours now and shoot your right leg back into a moving cat. Exhale, draw the right knee towards your nose. Inhale, shoot that leg back. Set that knee down, push forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower. Inhale into extension, elbows in. Exhale into child's pose, push back and stretch. Inhale, come to all fours. Let's shoot the left leg back now, pointed through the toes. Exhale, drawing our nose towards our knees. Inhale, shoot that leg back. Set that knee down. Press into our plank position. Exhale, chaturanga, lower. Inhale into extension, elbows in. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Great job. Now, we are going to change child's pose to down dog, but I want to invite you to stay here if that feels better for you. That's why we show it first. So if you can, stay there, but if you're able, come to downward facing dog. Good job. Feeling your tailbone lift to the sky, your head drop between the arms. Now, wherever you're at, extend your right leg back. So if you're in child's pose, come up to your knees, the right leg reaches back. Right knee comes in towards the right elbow. We push it back out. We set that down. Come forward into plank on the toes or the knees. Exhale, chaturanga, lower. Inhale into cobra, or if you like a little higher, press into up dog. Then we push up and go back to either child's pose or into downward facing dog, your choice. Come forward onto your knees, or if you're in down dog, lift your left leg back. So everybody extend the left leg back. Pull the left knee in towards your chest. Press that back out. Set it down. Come forward to plank, knees or toes. Lower yourself down. Inhale, extend up into cobra or up dog. Child's pose or down dog, press back. I'm going to again show both options. Please choose the one right for you. In downward facing dog, shoot your right leg back or join me on your knee. Exhale, everyone, pull the knee in towards the nose and press back out. And set that foot or knee down. Come forward to plank, knees or toes. Exhale, we lower. How's your upper body doing? You feeling warm yet? Extend into cobra or up dog, shoulders down. Press back into down dog or child's pose. Last time through. Come to your knees if you're in child's pose. We'll all extend our left leg back. Drawing that left knee in towards your nose or towards your elbow. And then extending it back. Setting that foot down. Coming forward into plank pose, knees or toes. Exhale, we chaturanga, lower slowly. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog or any modification of that. And let's all press back into child's pose to release. Great job. Relax your hands, shake your hands and wrists out. And let's move on. We're going to go ahead and all come up to down dog if we can, tucking those toes under, pressing our heels towards the earth as we tip our tail towards the sky. Head between our arms, relaxing the head and neck. And then when we're ready, we're going to bend those knees and step up towards our hands. Shake those hands out, shake those shoulders out, coming into our forward fold position. Relaxing through our upper back and through our neck. On an inhale, I want you to put your hands on your shins or on your thighs and extend your spine out, lengthening our back flat like the top of a table. Feeling those abdominal muscles pull up and in. Feel your shoulders drop down away from our ears and feel your tailbone lift up. Then exhale and fold in half, bringing your nose back towards your knees if you can. Again, how far you dip down is up to you. If it bothers your eyes, your head, whatever, just don't go as low. Come halfway down instead if you need to. Then we'll all bend our knees, look forward, and take a deep breath here. And reach up high to the sky, arching the back if we can. And exhale, we close our arms to the side. Deep breath, let's inhale those arms back up, arching here as we look up. Exhale, swan dive out over those legs, coming into our forward fold. Feeling the release through our hamstrings and through our low back. On an inhale, we'll extend up halfway, reaching out. Make your back flat like a tabletop. Then we'll exhale and release back down, feeling that release in our hamstrings. Bending our knees, we look forward, engaging our abs, and we swoop it back up the way we came. And exhale, we close those arms. Let's roll those shoulders back a few times. Once more, and then take a deep breath up. Exhale, we swan dive out one more time, please, drawing our chin into our chest, relaxing our neck. Inhale, we extend our spine and lengthen. Exhale, we fold back over to release. Inhale, we bend our knees and rise. Reaching high to the sky, arching if we can. And we exhale and close those arms. Circle those shoulders back a few times here, and then open and close, giving yourself a big hug. Breathing in, we circle up and down 3 times with those bigger shoulder circles now. And then one more time with those big hugs, open and close. Well done, gang. Let's move on. This next phase of class are standing postures. We have 2 sequences, and we're going to hold each posture a little bit longer, at least a minimum of 30 seconds and up to a minute. So I'm going to face sideways just so you can see better. Feel free to turn front if you like. We're going to step our left foot back first, and we're going to come into a lunge position. So we want this heel on the back foot lifted. Our shoulders and hips face straight ahead. We're going to slightly tuck our tail under, squeezing our back left glute to initiate this hip flexor stretch in the back leg. Now, if you're able to and you could get lower, I invite you to come down, bending that back knee as far as you can. Remember, the lower you go, the more muscular strength is required. So if it gets too challenging, you just come up a little higher. Good. As we hold that posture, let's reach our arms over our head, interlacing those fingers at the top, and just pull those arms up. So as we sink down through our legs, we're reaching up through our torso. Our head stays in a neutral position, looking straight forward. Now I want you to really focus today on your breath. Inhaling through your nose and slowly letting it go, exhaling out. And then ask yourself, can I get any deeper? Maybe as you hold, you might find you can inch down a bit further. Beautiful. We'll release our arms, rise up, and set this back heel down, spinning the foot out just about 10 degrees or so. Keeping our hips and shoulders facing forward, we're going to tip at our hip, hinging over, bringing our hands down to our leg wherever we can touch. Of course, for some of you, that might mean bringing the hands all the way to the floor. For some of us, that might mean way up here on our thighs. So you pick where you feel comfortable, and then just focus on that stretch. That's a hamstring stretch. So I want you to square off your hips because we tend to roll out into our right hip. So pull that right glute in and back, elongating the back of the leg. And think about elongating your spine, reaching your crown of your head forward. And then again, breathing nice and deep. Feel free to let the chin fold in slightly, letting the neck release. find that deep breath that we talked about in our warm-up. In through the nose, feeling the abdomen and the chest expand, and out through the nose. And if at any point during the course of that stretch you feel those muscles relax a little bit, feel the tension dissipate, feel free to ease on down a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Soften that knee now, making sure it's not locked. Draw your abs in, look forward, and let's rise back up, finding good balance there. We're going to open up our torso and spin that left foot outward so that our feet look like 9 o'clock in this case, right? Keeping the chest open, here we shift our hips slightly back. Reach forward over your right hand and draw the right hand down to the right leg, going into Trikonasana, or aka triangle pose. Open up that left shoulder so we're making the space between our hands even, so they're in a straight line from our right hand to our left hand. Our hips and pelvis are right underneath us, so we're not sitting backwards, we're rather opening up. Imagine that you're laying your left shoulder blade against the back wall behind you. And see if you can find space from your left hip to your left rib cage. And then see if you can also find space on your right side, right from your right hip to your right rib cage. Relax and soften your face, looking up if it feels good. If not, feel free to cast your eyes downward or look straight ahead if that's better. Once again, finding those deep breaths. One more breath, please. Then we'll draw the hand down to the back and slowly pull up through the abdomen. Turning our torso back to the front, soften your front knee, and let's push off and come up onto the back toes. Arms out to the side to help you balance. Feel free to go near a wall for assistance if needed. Bending our front right knee, see if you can pick your back foot up off the ground. And maybe that's where you stay today. Maybe that is challenging enough for you. If it is, great. If it's not, I invite you to tip yourself forward until you find the balance challenge. And that's our warrior 3 position. Keeping our hips square, shoulders square. Nice deep breath here. And feel as though someone were pulling your left leg behind you as you simultaneously reach the crown of your head forward, away from that foot. One more breath, please. And then when you're ready, rise up. Good job. Notice those balance exercises really work those muscles intensely. So we're going to go ahead and do a few half salutations to release our back, and then we'll repeat that sequence on the other side. So let's take our feet hip distance apart. Please breathe with me. Inhale, extend the arms, reach overhead, arching if you can. Exhale, forward fold, diving out over our legs, drawing our chin into our chest. On an inhale, extend the spine and reach out into a flat back position like the top of a table. And then exhale and release the back down, relaxing the neck and the head and the shoulders. On an inhale, we bend our knees, draw the abs in, and we reach to the sky. Once again, arching if we can. And we close our arms. One more time, please. Nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, we fold. drawing our chin down. Inhale, tabletop position. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we bend our knees and rise, looking up if we can. And exhale, we close. Great job. Let's do the other side. Right foot now steps back. Again, heel lifted. That's important in that crescent lunge. Shoulders and hips face straight ahead. Tuck that hip under, and maybe that's enough for you. You feel that hip flexor stretch? Feel free to stay right there if you need to. If you're able, bend that back knee as well as the front knee and get down a little bit lower. As we hold that position, we'll extend our arms over our head, interlacing the fingers, drawing those hands towards the sky. Shoulders, though, stay down. Keep them away from your ears, please. Keep that chin lifted, focusing on a spot straight out in front of you, and find your breath. Feeling free to get lower should you need a deeper stretch, or if you feel the stretch dissipate in that back hip flexor. Well done. We'll release those arms, rise up, and sink that back heel towards the ground. Both legs are straight now, hips again facing forward, and then gently tip or hinge forward, coming down into pyramid pose, reaching out through the crown of our head. Hands on the leg, the thigh, the shin, or the floor, wherever feels good for you today. And just like we did on the first side, concentrate on pulling that left glute back, pushing the right hip forward to create a straight position through your hips, and elongate through your back, reaching the crown of the head forward. Nice deep breaths. Finding that edge of discomfort in that stretch and trying to breathe and relax into it. Soften your front knee now, abdominal muscles in, look forward, and then rise up nice and easy. Great, I'm going to be turning away from you, spin your back foot sideways, opening the arms. Our hips shift once again backwards, elongating our left leg this time. Reach forward towards your left, lowering the left arm down. We reach and extend our right arm to the sky. Feeling again space here from our right hip to our right rib cage. Feeling the length in the back of our left leg and inner thigh. And then also, a little harder to think about though, is finding space under your left side, from your left hip to your left rib cage. Feel free to gaze upward or cast your eyes downward, whichever feels better for you. Maybe a little bit of both. One more breath, please. Then we'll draw our right hand down to our side, pressing up gently and slowly through your abs. We come up. Rotate the hips forward, soften your front knee, and slide up onto that right toe. Good, arms go out to the side for support. Find a spot out in front of you. Feel free to go near a wall if you need to. And then when and if you're ready, see if you can pick your back right foot up off the ground And then of course, if you need more of a challenge, just like on the first side, feel free to hip hinge, tipping forward as far as you can. And of course, you lose your balance, you just come right back up, ease up, reset, and try again. Last breath, slowly ease up and shake it out. Sometimes it's much harder to do those postures slower, isn't it, than when we speed through them. So it's good to do a little mixture of both, right? Every week we change it up a little bit to keep our bodies benefiting the most we can from everything we do. So let's take our feet back at hip distance apart, please. And then let's go back to that half salutation. Press the hips forward, look up. Exhale, swan dive out over, finding length in your hamstrings and allowing that low back to release now. Inhale, let's come up to a tabletop position, flat back. Exhale, fold back over. Nice deep breath, bend the knees and rise. Looking up and exhale and closing. Just like the first side, we're going to do it once more. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive out. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we rise and reach, arching. Exhale, we close. Moving on, chair pose. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, sit back in Utkatasana, chair pose. Tail turns slightly down, chest lifted, arms extended. Now, if you can get those arms up a little higher and keep your back straight and your neck in a proper position, feel free. If that bothers your upper back, your shoulders, or your neck, if you've got arthritis back there, feel free to bring those arms more out in front of you or even at your heart center if you need to. Now you can stay here for option 1 if you're able to today. I want you to challenge yourself to balance chair by lifting your heels off the ground, balancing on the balls of your feet. And then of course, if you wish, sinking a little bit deeper. Nice deep breath here. Pressing the heels back to the earth, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale the arms down and step your left foot back, turning it out slightly, but the heel is down this time. We'll take and bend that front knee, square off those shoulders, and really press down into that heel, finding our warrior 1. We're going to do this today with chest expansion, so if you can, interlace the hands behind you and feel the space and the breath across your shoulders, between your shoulders, across your chest. Keeping that position, extending the arms forward now, same legs, but interlace the hands and round your upper back. Now that's the opposite stretch. We peel the shoulder blades apart. Then we'll open our arms wide to the side and spin ourselves sideways. Feel free to inch your left foot back a little further if you can. Turning our palms down, I just want you to press a little deeper, like maybe a fencer, and then pull back. And let's repeat that, adding a little bit more movement into this next sequence. And pull back. And one more time, press forward. Now pull back, keeping the legs straight, but reach backwards. Our hips are shifted back, so we feel length to the right side of our torso. Nice deep breath here. Then we'll come back to the bent knee position, but lower the hand or the elbow to our bent thigh. Or of course, if you're a little more flexible, down to the floor. We'll open that arm up and now reach it forward alongside of your head, reaching up and out. Slowly, we circle the arm backwards and we'll rise all the way up. Chest up, look forward towards your front thigh, step up back onto that front leg, and bring the feet hip distance apart. Shoulders back and down, nice and tall in Tadasana. We'll extend those arms back up to the sky and sit back in chair pose, Utkatasana. Tail turned down, chest lifted. Arms up a little higher if you have the range of motion and flexibility to do so. If not, no worries, bring them down in front of you a little bit further. Are your abs braced? Tighten your abs in. And then see if you can join me for balanced chair by lifting your heels and maybe if you have it available to you, sitting a little deeper. Slowly we press back to the heels, reach up to the sky, and then we'll step that right foot back now. Center the hips, squaring them off, bending our front left knee. Drive your back heel down, squeeze your back right glute, and then reach your hands around behind you if you can, opening through our chest and through our shoulders. Keeping the legs in the same position, we'll change the arms. Arms reach forward now, rounding your upper back. So make your upper back look more like a C curve, drawing your chin slightly in and peeling those shoulder blades apart. We'll release that and extend our arms and then rotate to the right. Spin your right foot sideways. Turn your palms down and look out over your left hand. We'll press a little deeper if we can to warrior two. And then pull back and straighten the leg out. And again, pressing a little deeper. Keeping this knee though behind the toes. Make sure your legs are far enough apart. And pull back. One more time, please. Pressing forward. And then straightening that leg out, reaching backwards here, dropping the right hand down. Hips shifted back to feel the length to the left side of our torso. Come back, bend the front knee, and then draw your elbow or hand to that thigh. Arm reaches up and then all the way over. Of course, those of you that need a deeper stretch, I invite you to bring your fingertips to the floor if that feels better for you. Keep that top arm and shoulder above you and pull it back. And then slowly we rise back up, easing out of that. Bend this front knee, push off the back leg. Sometimes that's a big step up there, isn't it? Shake those knees out. We've been standing a long time, so we are going to come down to the floor. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale those arms up, arching the spine. Exhale, we fold over our legs. Stay here a moment to let your lower back release, letting the chin draw in. Crown of the head face down, getting relief and release through your upper back, shoulders, and neck. Then we'll take our hands to the floor, step back, and let's find child's pose, pressing your hips back towards your heels. Today we're going going to go into a side plank or a T-stand position on our hands. So please come up to your hands, and we're going to do the first option first, of course. We're going to slide our right hand in and take our left leg back, spin the right leg open, and then open your left hand to the sky. So our hands are stacked, one over the top of the other. For those of you that would desire a more intense challenge, you're welcome to slide this right leg back underneath the left. Right, so you choose knee or sides of the feet. Either way, we're opened up here, working on core strength and upper body strength as well. Good, we're gonna get off that wrist. So everyone drop your right knee to the floor, inch your left leg a little further out, and then push yourself up. And then we're gonna just flip it so that our left hand comes down to our left leg and our right hand reaches up. This is called gate pose. Looking up if you can, hips underneath you, feeling this nice length through the right side of our torso. From here, we'll come to a neutral position, spin this right leg so now the foot is in line with the knee. Shift your hips back like you're going into child's pose, but walk your hands forward. That left foot, keep the instep down until you feel the inner thigh stretch in your left leg. So press the hip down, tip your tail up. Beautiful. Up to the hands, slide the knees together, rise up, reaching our right arm to the sky, I'm going to turn sideways, bringing our left hand to the back side of our glute, just above the top of the glute there, and pressing into that one arm camel. And then we'll push into child's pose with our hands back. Then we're going to do that all on the other side. Hands come out in front of you, please. Right leg goes back this time. Left hand slides in so it's in line with your left knee. Spin open that leg, reaching the right hand to the sky. And of course, for those of you that want a deeper challenge, if you did it on side one, you are welcome to slide that left leg out as well. I'm going to stay in option one for those of you that need that visual. Beautiful. Please drop your left knee to the floor if it is lifted. Inch your right leg a little further out to catch your balance, and then rise up, dropping your right hand to your right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. I'm going to stay facing away from you so you can see another angle of how that looks. When you are doing it from a video, you need to see every angle possible sometimes to help you figure out exactly how your body should look. And remember, we're not trying to look like a textbook here. We're all different, so it's not going to look exactly the same for each person. It gives you a general idea of the direction you'd like to take it. Bring it down, and now we're going to shift the hips back. Walk your hands forward. Inch this right leg out until you feel the inner thigh stretch on that right side. Good job. Come up, slide the knees back together. I'm going to turn sideways again. This time, right hand on the upper glute, left hand goes to the sky as we push the hips forward. It gives us a gentle back bend here. And then we press to child's pose, reaching your fingers towards your heels, letting your shoulders release and relax. And then it's time to get off those knees. So let's go ahead and have a seat and swing your legs around. We're going to take our left leg out to the side with our right leg in. Please take a deep breath, reaching arms to the sky. Turn towards your left leg and fold over that leg, however far you can. And here's where if you have a towel, that towel that I talked about, you can place it around the bottom of your foot. You'll probably feel that stretch a little bit better and maybe get your back into a better position. So you're welcome to use it there if you like. Slowly we'll release that and come up, and then take this left leg and cross it either in front or on top of that right thigh, opening that knee to the side. We're going to turn into our right leg and give us a gentle spinal twist, looking over our back right shoulder. Unwind yourself and then see if you can reach forward, stretching our hips, outer hips. Remember those deep breaths in and out through our nose. And then walk it all the way up. Place your left hand on the floor, reaching the right arm up. Getting a lot of length through our torso today. Lots of stretches for those obliques and lats. And well done. Bring those hands behind you, fingertips facing back. And now just lift the chest, opening up those shoulders, arching the back. So we have bent our back in all four directions and rotated it. And we'll come to neutral and repeat that on the other side. So this time our right leg goes out to the side. Sit up nice and tall, please. Deep inhale here, exhale and fold. And here's where if you have your towel, you would like to use it, wrap it around the bottom of your foot to give yourself a little assistance. Great job. Roll yourself up. Taking that right leg, we'll bend it in front or on top of that left leg. And sitting up tall, we'll rotate to our left this time, looking over our back shoulder. Taking your right hand, press gently on the outside of that thigh to assist that stretch. Come back around to the front, please. Inch your fingers forward now, folding into that hip stretch. Easing up out of that, please. Let's take our right hand down to the floor now and elongate the left arm. And lastly, we'll bring our hands behind us, fingertips facing backwards. Open up those shoulders. Stick your chest out, arching the back slightly here as we look up at a diagonal. Feels good, right? straight. Bring it to center, and then let's uncross those legs. I want you to grab your towel, and we're gonna come on down to the floor. And we'll turn sideways for your reviewing purpose. I want you to roll yourself down slowly, letting your head relax and rest. Then we'll take our right knee and bring it into our chest. Bend the left if you need to. And then take your towel, your strap, and place it around the bottom of your foot. Holding on with both ends, we're just going to straighten that leg out however far we can. And I've got my left leg straight. That makes the stretch a little deeper. But if that feels a bit deep for you, you can bend this left knee instead. Good. Breathe in here, in through your nose, and slowly out. I'm going to take both ends of your towel or your strap in your right hand only and place your left hand to the floor. And then see if you can open your right knee to the side, however far feels good for you, so you feel that inner thigh stretch. But keep both glutes down, so make sure you don't roll over onto your right side. Slowly, we'll bring that leg to center and bend the knee. Relax your hands. Sometimes our hands get a little tight from holding. Crossing that ankle to the thigh, let's draw our left knee into our chest to feel the outer thigh and gluteal stretch. And you know, while we hold this stretch, let's take those left toes and circle them around. And then circle the other direction. And then flex the ankle, point your toes, flex, and point. And then just relax the foot, its natural position. See if you can draw that left knee in a little closer. And release both legs down, knees together, feet together. Slowly open your knees to the side here, finding reclined butterfly pose. Feel free to apply gentle pressure with your hands to open further if needed. Bring both knees up together, hands to the side. Lower your legs to the right, looking to your left. If you need a deeper position, straighten that left leg out. If they're straight, bend both knees. Come back to center, please. Make sure you feel straight. Readjust if you need to. Then we'll bend our left knee into our chest. Take your towel, wrap it around the bottom of your foot. Straighten that leg out and hold. Nice deep breath here. Trying to straighten that knee as much as you can. Breathing in and out through your nose. Grabbing both ends of the towel or strap with your left hand, right hand relaxes down. Slowly we open this left leg to the side. Take your time, no rush. Keeping both glutes down and the hips open. We gently ease up out of that. Relax the hand, release the towel, cross your ankle to your right thigh, pulling our right knee into our chest. And while we hold this stretch, circle your toes around and reverse it. Flexing the ankle back, and then hard point, press out. One more time, flex and extend and relax. See if you can pull the knee any closer. And draw both feet to the floor, knees together, feet in. Slowly open like a butterfly, letting your knees fall down towards the floor. Nice deep breath here. And then draw your knees up. Let your arms come out to the side. Take and shift your legs to the left as you look to the right, feeling free to extend the top leg out should you need a deeper position. If the legs are split, stack them back up. Roll the legs back to center. Readjust your spine so you feel straight. And then please draw your knees into your chest one last time, giving yourself a nice big hug. Shake toes out, shake your ankles out. And then release your feet down. If it feels good for you, extend your legs all the way down. Pedal those knees a little bit, shaking them out, relaxing the hips as well. Let's bring our hands to the floor, turning our palms to the sky. Go ahead and close your eyes here and lift your chin ever so slightly, as if you're trying to catch the rays of the sun on your face. Finding our deep breath here, inhale through your nose. Feeling your whole body open and expand with that breath. And as you exhale, feel your whole body release downward, letting everything go. Just like we practiced in the beginning of class and throughout the class, see if you can clear your mind, letting those thoughts pass right on through. Bringing your attention to your breath. And I want you to see if you can breathe in for 4 or 5 counts, and then exhale longer than you breathed in for. So if you inhale for 4, do your best to try to exhale maybe for 6. If you inhaled for 5, maybe you can exhale for 7 or 8. See what you can do. And as you continue those breaths, see if you can make the inhale last a little longer, maybe add an extra second. And then same with the exhale, add an extra second, maybe 2. Until you can get your exhale twice as long as your inhale. Can we do that one more time? One more time, please. And then gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, sliding your feet in. And just kind of pedal your legs or rock your legs from right to left. Yeah, and if it feels good, draw them all the way into your chest. Wrap your arms around. And if it feels good, gently rock right to left. When you're ready, open your eyes. And then let your legs drop all the way over to your right. Roll to your right. And slowly push yourself up nice and gently so you don't get dizzy. And then when you're ready, or if you're ready, cross your legs in front. Hands to your thighs. And we kind of rocked our legs around. Let's go ahead and loosen up our neck, rocking it from right to left, nice and gently. And then bring it to center, please. Shoulders back and down. Let's just roll them back a little bit, right to left. And then hold them down. Feel your chest lift. Deep breath. Inhale those arms. Exhale, rain those fingers down. And take a deep breath here last time. Palms together this time. And then snake your hands down all the way to your heart center. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Please message me or this link if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you all on Friday. Have a great week, everybody.